Howdy folks, this is Checkers, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. We are going to do a bit of a trial Let's Play with Divinity Original Sin 2, maybe 10 episodes. We'll see how it's doing at the end of those 10 episodes. And see, well, if it's doing well, we'll keep going, and if not, we'll see about something else. I can honestly say, though, there isn't another game I'd rather be playing than Divinity Original Sin 2. It is astonishingly good, not just because it doesn't have loot boxes, not just because it doesn't have microtransactions, but because it is an absolutely amazing game. So I've gone about as far as I can go without at least sharing some of the game with you in the form of a Let's Play, so let's give it a whirl, shall we? We are going to create an undead human. There are many choices to make, but undead humans have this skill, this talent, ingenious, giving us 2 bonus initiative and a 5% extra critical chance. Not critical damage, but chance, so that's really pretty awesome. And we are going to pair that up with a wayfarer. So let's work on our appearance here. Snowy colored skull. That colored hair, should we ever decide to have it, but no hair. Voice of a scholar, I like. We will change our name here. And we are going to adjust our preset. We can edit everything from attributes and abilities and skills, and we're going to edit the last 2 here. So let's take a point out of bartering and put it into thievery, because the undead can pick locks with their bony fingers, so they don't need the rather rare and, especially at the beginning, expensive lockpicks. They can do it themselves. Okay, and we're going to confirm that, and in skills I almost never use elemental arrowheads, so I am going to instead take something that can do a little self-heal. I think. We could go with Ricochet, but I think we'll go with Poison Dart. So we can pin someone down, we can use Fossil Strike to slow them down, which is an ability descended from the heavens, and Poison Dart, which will harm most living things and heal the undead. The undead have some special traits like that, which is why one of the reasons I'm building one. Bony fingers can pick locks. Human undead has the +2 initiative and +5 crit chance, but also we are going to pick up 2 living party members and 1 more undead. And the plan here is, if they throw poison at the entire party, it heals 2 of us and only hurts 2 of us. If they bless the entire party, it blesses 2 of us and hurts 2 of us. So it's kind of a splitting the difference of damage, incoming damage. In talents, we have Pet Pal, which I love. Lets us talk to animals. Tags, we will be... Wayfarer. I feel kind of like a bard, kind of almost. Jester and scholar. And instruments, we can choose go with the Bansuri. And we're going to get a warning as we start the game. Beware, playing as an undead poses unique risks and benefits. Undead must veil their true selves from the living or risk being attacked. Healing potions and spells will damage you, while poison heals. Undead can pick locks with a bony finger alone and can survive the scourge of death fog. Continue. Yep, we are done.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Okay, here we are.
Well, look what the dog dug up. You're lucky they didn't notice just how thin you were under those bandages. Although, seeing someone wrapped up like that, they probably thought you had the scabbing plague. Heh? Look, laugh, but don't touch. Better keep that hood down, mind you. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
Okay, and a cheeky skull to start our journey. So, we are going to steal everything that isn't nailed down. Well, anything we can take.
No indications of a struggle.
And we can read through things. We have too long presumed source as a virtuous part of civil society, yet we need look no further into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc such magics wreak. One day another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers must be muted. The new model of Source Collars provided by Vriederman is proving most effective. Okay, so we can even take the lights, empty potion bottle. So a couple of things before we get started. Source, well, source is, let's say, the magic of creation or the magic of the gods. It's represented by this point right here. We can use other kinds of magic. Ooh, let's adjust our hotbar here too. I'm going to probably click on the bar
lending it to me.
more than I will hit numbers for skills, just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to move some more things around here. Just get ourselves all set up. Also, I am probably going to avoid a lot of conversations because it is my hope that you will see this game and think to yourself, I have to play this, because really, to me, this is one of the best games of the last at least 30 years. The best compliment I can give to a game is to say that it is much like Ultima 7, and as amazing as it is for me to even say it, I think this is better. So, let's get a move on.
There. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
Okay.
You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
That's awesome. So,
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
There absolutely has been. There's also a book of poetry over here. We are going to lift that because it isn't nailed down. And there are some other potential goodies in here. 2 arrow shafts. There's a broken bottle, but we're going to leave that. Oh, and a rope. Okay. And there is a sheep.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep.
Well, that is some lovely wool you have. Do you think I might be able to take some?
Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
Oh, well. Terribly sorry. Beg your pardon. Okay. And 4 gold. And nothing. And a bedroll. Very important item. Allows you to rest after combat. Well, anytime you're out of combat and not in immediate danger. Some more rope. A box.
Please, please, please.
We can meet some of the other major players.
Ah, there you are. Husband, would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Oh, well, of course, wife. I'm sorry, children, you must be mistaken. This is my wife of going on at least 200 or 300 years.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
That's true enough. Losa, I presume.
You presume right.
You know, you should have a look around with me. We can watch each other's backs.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
Oh, that's harsh.
You take care, though.
So, you know anything about that murder back there?
Nope. Trying not to find anything out, either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Uh-huh.
It was one of them.
Okay. So,
Knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
let's take a
They don't
look
care about us. We're like cattle to
at...
them.
Oh,
I'll
well,
give you that
you
knuckle.
guys are done with your
Carry
beer,
on.
right? I'm here to clear the table.
One of us won't
And
kill our
there are
own.
some extra bed rolls. Folks won't be needing those, I'm pretty sure. And
Just
some
skip
buckets.
to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
Another character we can meet.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Hear what?
The ship, of course.
Okay, I'll listen.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And
Well, the ship is moaning like it's sick.
sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums.
Oh,
But there's more. Listen close.
listening closely.
There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Okay, I heard it, but what is it?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Okay, so why are you so excited about reaching Fort Joy? I have not heard anything good about the place.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
Yeah?
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Hey, listen up, Goldilocks. If you're hatching an escape plan, I want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Dwarves. What's this lizard chattering on about?
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse.
Oh.
All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
No. Slap his hand away. Hard.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon remedy that. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Yeah, I'm not answering your question, Sunshine. I'm out of here.
Goodness gracious me, what a bore. Off with you. Quite clearly, you wouldn't have done at all. Shoo.
Yeah? You think you're funny? Well, I'm taking your candle. And your pots.
I'll give you that knuckle.
And your pans.
Carrying on.
And your gold. And your wheat.
I reassure you and you shut up.
Okay. Let's head over here. Another person we should
A
meet.
scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Move closer.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Yeah.
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
So why does Magister Sunshine suspect you of murder?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Okay, hey, what did you do to find yourself under this guy anyway?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. Away from interested parties.
All right, so about that murder. Did you do it?
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Well, you know, for some people. Ask Ifan if he knows anything about where you're headed, Fort Joy.
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
Yeah, you know, I don't really, need to meet Alexander. I just want to survive Fort Joy.
Not interested in the son of the divine himself? I don't blame you one bit. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You! What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
My name is Victor. That's right. Viktar. Victor.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Oh, Victor, I think you broke your crayon.
Away with you. At once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
And let's check this crate. Empty. Someone else we should meet over here. Sabilo.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
So, what you doing?
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Okay, whose fate are you deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
So, if you can decide fate with dice, can you read the future in cow entrails too?
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Why not? Here you go.
She looks at you in surprise when you bare an arm of bone.
My. Guess I'll have to find out the memory from Marrow, won't I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers, watching, staring at them, hoping that none would stare back. You were thinking of flesh. Or, to be rather more precise, the pleasures of the flesh. Those that have eluded you for so long.
All right, that is exactly right.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep, so to speak. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Aw, that's sweet of you. 4 more gold coins. And nothing in the barrel. We got that rope. Oh, I did miss some things over here.
How dare you classify this slop as food?
Oh no,
I've
I
seen
didn't.
more
We got them.
appetizing things coming out
One
of
more
pigs
person to
freaking
meet.
pigs.
Well, 2 technically.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and examines your bandages, rubbing them between his fingers.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Reach over and ruffle his hair with a grin.
What purpose did that serve? Was that a greeting? Was it... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How... difficult. You have my sincere apologies. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
So who are you?
Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... well, I am a seeker of knowledge. That is enough. It is pleasurable to meet you.
And what exactly are you seeking? There is quite a bit of knowledge in the world.
Is there? Wherever do you keep it?
Under the floorboards, actually. You have to lift the carpet and then pry up the board with a spoon, but I'm pretty sure the knowledge is down there.
Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle.
Now, if you want the mysteries of the universe, you gotta ask a cat.
Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Well, I have some experience with history. I've seen a lot in the last few centuries.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already.
Oh, I was gonna tell you about the time I made those ceramic mugs.
No. I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods.
Well, my mother told me they were godlike mugs.
This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before.
All right.
Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Why are you so curious about the gods?
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. We mortals do like to consider these things, do we not?
Oh, yes, just like we mortals like to breathe.
Now, please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
All right. You're lost, buddy. Those mugs were awesome.
Don't you get saucy?
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Yeah, I've been through worse.
Trust me, with Bishop Alexander in charge, things will get a lot better from here on out. He's God-woken, you know.
Oh, there's a cream for that now.
You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Thank you. I'll just trot on in, shall I?
Well, perhaps.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
The beginning of the end.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Don't look at me like that, sweetheart.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Oh yeah, I'm all over that. This may be the perfect opportunity to create a mutiny. Tell the woman you stand by her. No, she's kinda spooky. Address the sorcerer and ask her what she meant. Whose other lives must end?
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Ooh, do you need a stagehand?
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
You guys know how those crossbows work, right?
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
No, they don't.
Precisely.
Did anybody notice they were pointing their crossbows at me? I guess they didn't like my jokes.
What's happened?
Well, I would say that everyone is dead and someone released the Kraken. Okay. For the moment, though, I think we will end our episode here. Our first in at least our trial 10 episodes of Divinity Original Sin 2. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I have to say, this is really, really amazing. Right now, we're still in the tutorial prologue, and the tutorial is kind of glorious in itself, but there is an amazing world of a game out there. For now, though, I would like to say thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe, like, and share if you so desire, and to ask you, above all, to please take care.